on, buddy, let's go!
This house is constructed with Durisol blocks. Durisol blocks are a type of ICF or insulated concrete form. Durisol blocks are made with wood chips that are impregnated with a very fine particulate clay. There's then a small amount of Portland cement that is added to the mix to make a mold, much like regular cinder blocks. The only difference being that these blocks have a high R value. There is mineral wool inside these to make that a higher R value going to the outside, but the material itself has an intrinsic R value. And the other part of this is that this is mostly made with natural materials. The only man-made material is the Portland cement that binds the blocks, but the clay and the wood fibers are natural materials, and the wood fibers can even be from post-consumer waste. This is the structure of the house, of the exterior walls, but it's also an energy management system. Because the concrete is heavily biased towards the inside of the house, and most of the R value is on the outside, it allows us to absorb the solar energy that's absorbed during the house during the day and store that for release at night. I have here a mock-up of how we're using these Durisol blocks in a modified fashion in order to make this a truly passive house. The first part of the block that you see here is this open void. This is where the concrete is right now, and you can see how close that is to the interior of the house right here. This is what's allowing this to act as a thermal battery for us during the day. And then you see here the mineral wool that comes with the Durisol blocks. More of this R value here that's inherent in the Durisol block itself. And then we did 2 layers of polystyrene here to act as a thermal break and also as an infiltration barrier. This large mass right here acts as an effective about R30 value and allows us to have most of our concrete mass to the inside. This assembly alone is responsible for what is the ability of this house to let in heat from the sun all day long and store it and release that at night. These blocks act as a buffer for interior temperatures, and they also act as a storage mechanism over time. We completed this assembly with a sheet of OSB on the outside. You'll see these large nails that go all the way into the interior. This nail was then encased with concrete and is held there permanently, while this OSB sheet on the outside is acting as our drainage plane. We put tar paper on the back and sleepers on here. Our siding goes on right here, and that any moisture that might happen to get behind that siding hits this drainage plane and goes down, as well as being able to dry this siding from the back side. So the pressure is equal on both sides of the siding, and that makes it so that moisture can't work its way through that siding and compromise its integrity over time.